All right, so here is the student part. Hopefully you worked it out beforehand. And let's see if you got it right. So they want us to graph one cycle of 2 sine negative pi x from -3 to 3. So starting with this, our first task is to rewrite it. Notice that on the inside, we have that negative pi, which is kind of The negative sign is the part. So we rewrite this, and we have, this is an odd function. Odd function means a negative can go to the outside. So this is -2 sine of pi x from -3 to 3. And so now we can find everything we need. We look at this number. This gives me the amplitude. So the amplitude is absolute value of -2. Okay, so the absolute value of -2 is just 2. This means that the range is going to be bracket -2 to 2. So if I go to my graph, I know that it's going to be +2 up here, -2 down there. All right. And so now I can look at the inside, the pi x, and I know that the original domain has to be between 0 and 2 pi. And then you just write down whatever the inside is. So the inside is pi x. And here the only thing we got to do is divide everything by pi. Okay, and so when you do that, we get our answer. So we have between 0, x, and notice here this says 2. So if we go from 0 to 2, that means my period is 2. And then the size of each quarter is just 1/4 times 2, which is 1/2. So each tick mark that I do is going to be 1/2. So I have 1/2 or 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, and I can go backwards. -0.5, -1, -1.5, -2, -2.5, -3. All right, and so I have everything I need. I know how high it goes. I know, cotton patch. So it goes from -3 to 3, and I know that this is an upside down. I have a -2 sine of pi x. What I really care about is that this is an upside down sign. And an upside down sign looks like that. So when I make my dots, I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to go down, up, up, up. And so we have one cycle. And then from there, we just kind of repeat the process, repeat the pattern. So there's it to 3. And then it starts down in the middle. So I go up top, middle, down, middle, up top, middle. And I can repeat my pattern for sine. When you're doing the homework, it's going to show you already made graphs. So it's really tempting to cheat. But hopefully, if we're done with this quarantine before the exam starts, I'm going to make you graph these by hand. And so you're going to have to know how to make each tick mark. Again, each tick mark is just each quarter. And the tick marks for the y-axis are just going to be the range. All right, so anyway, that's that example. So hopefully you got that right answer, or this answer when you were doing it. Let's go down to this last problem. So with simple harmonic motion, the reciprocal of the period is called the frequency. It would have been kind of hard to do this one in hindsight if you didn't know what the equation was. I apologize for that. It is given by the formula